All right, Chargers Nation, are you ready for a lightning bolt of news that'll jolt your soul? Today, we've got a high-voltage lineup that's shaking up our team's future. Is a veteran about to steal the show? Will a new lineman change the game? And what about that underrated gem who's already turning heads? Stick with me, because this is going to be a wild ride. Smash that like button, subscribe, and let's dive into the chaos. Quick question, which story do you think will spark the biggest impact for 2025? Drop it in the comments, fam. Chargers fans, brace yourselves, because the first shockwave hits our run game. There's a rumor buzzing that's got the fan base on edge. An article from Sports Illustrated dropped a bombshell. There's a real chance Najee Harris could be traded this season. Hold up, don't panic yet. Let's break it down. Harris, signed to cover J.K. Dobbins' exit, who, by the way, bolted to the Broncos, wrecking my fantasy draft, is under pressure. Why? The team drafted Omarion Hampton in the first round and snagged Raheem Rocket Sanders, a steal, as an undrafted free agent. And don't sleep on Kamani Vidal, lurking in the wings. So, can Harris, with 4 straight 1,000-yard seasons, fend off these rookies? Fans are split. On X, some are hyping Hampton to shine early, while others swear Harris still has juice. But here's the kicker, Jim Harbaugh's style. He loves a veteran back, a reliable pass protector. Harris fits that mold perfectly. In Pittsburgh, he was running into walls. Here, with Alt and Slater, he could unleash that preseason burst we all saw. Trading him for a 6th-round pick, as some suggest? No way. Harbaugh knows Herbert needs protection, and a trio of rookies, Hampton, Sanders, Vidal, isn't a sure bet. Harris might not have the highest yards per carry, but his consistency is rock solid. Picture him and Hampton splitting carries, each racking up 120 in 8 games, averaging over 4 yards a pop. That's efficiency. If Harris has his most efficient season yet, like the article hints, he's staying and anchoring our playoff push. But what if the rookies outshine him? Will Harbaugh trust them to shield Herbert? Drop your take in the comments. Who's got the most carries after 8 weeks? Harris or Hampton? And while we're hyped on this, another story's got the fan base buzzing. Chargers Nation, get ready for another jolt that'll light up SoFi Stadium. Let's talk Rashan Slater, our beast on the offensive line, who finally spoke up at mandatory minicamp. After skipping OTAs, Slater showed up strong, dodging fines and proving why he's the heartbeat of our offense. What's the deal? His contract extension. Fans are on pins and needles, dying to know if he's locked in long-term. And Slater? Cool as ice. He said, "This is my team. I love being here. My agent's handling the business. I'm just grinding." He's so chill, he even smirked when asked about playing on his 5th-year option without a deal. "We'll cross that bridge when we get there," he shrugged, oozing confidence. That's a massive vibe check. On X, fans are hyping, "Slater's a Charger for life." But some are stressing, what if no deal before the season? Here's the scoop. Team history shows big contracts get done at training camp. Herbert's deal dropped in July 2023, Derwin James in August 2022. Even Bosa and Allen inked before kickoff. So, if August rolls around and no signature, then we might hear alarms. Why is this huge? Slater's the wall guarding Justin Herbert. Without him, our QB's a sitting duck, and nobody wants that. With Joe Ortiz running the show and Ed McGuire still in the mix, the front office can't fumble this. Slater's minicamp presence screams he wants to stay, and the team wants him. But the suspense is real. Will he sign before camp, or keep us sweating till September? One thing's clear, with Slater, Alton, Becton, our line could be elite. That's a game changer for the AFC West. So, what if Slater lands a mega deal? How's that hit our cap and future plans? Drop your predictions in the comments. And while we're amped on this confidence, there's a draft steal stealing the spotlight. Chargers fans, prepare to have your minds blown. You know that moment when you realize your team struck gold? That's Oronde Gadsden II, the Syracuse tight end we snagged in the 5th round of April's draft. How a freak athlete like him slipped that far? No clue. But he's ours, and he's already making waves at minicamp. ESPN's Chris Rim reported Gadsden was the team's most active pass catcher, snagging balls in traffic like it's nothing. That's star potential, folks. At 6'5" with a wide receiver's frame, Gadsden's a physical specimen. In 2022, he hauled in 61 catches for 975 yards and 6 TDs, averaging a wild 16 yards per grab. Last year, despite an injury cutting his season short, he posted 73 receptions, 934 yards, and 7 scores. Now picture him with Justin Herbert slinging it. On X, fans are losing it. Gadsden's our next Travis Kelce, though some are skeptical. Can he handle the NFL right away? Gadsden fills that gap. What's got me hyped is his upside. He's not just a receiver, he's a mismatch nightmare for defenses. If he shines in camp, he could be a starter by week 1. That transforms our offense, giving Herbert a go-to weapon over the middle. But there's a catch. What if that 2023 injury lingers? Or if the NFL's speed takes time to click? So far, signs are electric, and Harbaugh loves athletic freaks like him. So, will Gadsden be a key cog in 2025, or need a year to cook? Hit the comments. Do you think Gadsden leads our tight ends in catches as a rookie? And while we're dreaming on this new fan favorite, there's a critical O-line battle heating up. Chargers Nation, it's time to crank up the intensity. Protecting Justin Herbert is priority 1, and our offensive line is shaping up to be a fortress. With Mekhi Becton's free agent signing paired with Joe Alt and Rashan Slater, we're eyeing one of the NFL's top units. But hold up, the drama's brewing. Who's starting at center and left guard? Zion Johnson and Bradley Bozeman are duking it out, and Jim Harbaugh's keeping us guessing. He told the media he won't decide until training camp's in full swing. Talk about a nail-biter. Last season, Johnson held it down at left guard, while Bozeman struggled at center, especially in pass protection, per Pro Football Focus's rough grades. That's a red flag if we're gunning for the AFC West crown. Herbert needs time to work his magic, and a shaky line could derail us. On X, fans are split. Johnson at center could be a bold move. Versus Bozeman's got the experience, don't switch it up. What's at stake? Line chemistry and our franchise QB's safety. Harbaugh's meticulous testing both in live reps before locking in. That's classic him, no rush, all trust. If Bozeman steps up his pass blocking, he's safe at center. But if Johnson shows he's versatile, he might snatch it. This competition's healthy, pushing both to elevate. Imagine a line with Alt, Slater, Becton, Johnson, and Bozeman firing on all cylinders. Defenses would crumble. But what if the delay messes with team cohesion? That's the risk nobody's saying out loud. So, who's your pick for starting center in week 1? Drop it in the comments. And while we're on the edge of our seats for this call, let's wrap today with a thunderous rundown. Chargers Nation, what a whirlwind of a day. Najee Harris could be the spark for our run game, or will the rookies steal the thunder? Slater's oozing confidence on his extension, but the clock's ticking. Gadsden II's emerging as a lethal weapon for Herbert, and the O-line battle promises a rock-solid front for 2025. This is why we bleed powder blue. Which stories got you most hyped for the future? Sound off in the comments, smash that like, and subscribe to stay locked in. Let's charge toward the playoffs together. 'Cause with this squad, the sky's the limit.